Hello, everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of Beyond the Harbor with your host, Fallenwolf. Ow! So, last time we played this, I told everyone I was actually very interested in it. Now, this visual novel has a bit of a different feel to it. Um, sorry. Has a bit of a different feel to it. Right now, it has a more mysterious, possibly horror vibe, which is interesting, and I'm very eager to see what happens. Right now, it's more nothing's really going on, more like character interactions and whatnot. I really am enjoying this. Please, I would highly recommend before I start the video, I would highly recommend that you download the demo yourself. The links are down in the description below. It is created by Harmonious, I believe is their name. Um, but before we really get started on the video, I did want to tell everyone some great news. So, I hit 200 subs! Yeah! So, such a monumental moment for me and everyone here because I couldn't have done it without everyone here. I did want to really, once again, thank everyone who has followed this channel. This channel was created during a time where I was just getting off of my feet. It's almost been a year now since I've had this channel, and I couldn't be any happier with the progress that I've made, both in video editing as well as voice acting and just in general my demeanor. It's very touching that people do watch my stuff and they seem to greatly enjoy it for the most part. So thank you everyone who does watch my stuff. I really appreciate it. I want to keep going. You are all inspirations to me. Each and every one of you that follows me, even the ones that are unable to sub for various reasons. I do know there are people that are unable to sub for various reasons. I appreciate everything that you do. I appreciate that you choose to watch this channel, and I'm very happy that you were all so supportive of me, and that I've had many private messages that say the stuff I do is very good. And I know I know I'm not the only furry VN YouTuber or VN YouTuber in general, so it's even more touching because I know there's other people out there who do this, and I have my own inspirations from people that do this. So, and I hope that one day, hopefully it doesn't sound cocky, I hope that one day I'm even better than that. I want to only continue to improve, and I've continued to work on things that I enjoy, besides video editing and YouTube, drawing, art, working on practicing art, and working on writing, among other things. I have many goals now that I'm working towards, and I couldn't have done it without you. If it wasn't for you guys, I don't know where I'd be. So, thank you so much for being there for me, and I will be working on something special for 200 subs. It probably will be a stream, but I want to work on a few other things too. I'm thinking about possibly a compilation. Might be a little difficult looking through all the videos, but I was thinking about a little silly compilation. So and you can hear the bad quality I had when I first started for an actual external mic. So again, though, thank you so much for watching me. Um, I hope that you continue to watch me. I hope this channel only continues to grow. Here's hoping for another 200 subs because I'm very confident, and you all are amazing people, and I say it a lot of times, but I really mean it. Everyone who watches me is an amazing person. Even the people that don't sub, you are all amazing people, and I honestly thank you for taking the time to talk to me and watch what I do. That's at the end of the day, the views don't matter. The subs don't matter. It's all about us coming together and having a good time. Uh, the way the world is right now, not even before this, it's all we can do is come together and be happy. And that's all what this is all about. Taking a moment away from the stress of real life and having fun and enjoying ourselves. So, like I said, thank you so much once more for like the fifth time I've said it. Thank you again, and I hope we continue to be one big happy family because this is the Fallen Pack, and we aren't going anywhere. So anyway, though, with that being said, we'll get back to the video game. I know why you guys came here. You're like, oh, I want to play the video game. I want you to play the VN. So I'm gonna try. Hopefully this video I will be able to finish the rest of it. I'm going to try my hardest to fit, regardless how long it is. So. Okay. So what then? Where are you meeting up with them? No. Oh, no. Go back. He shouts from the other room, probably dripping all over the place. Oh, tomorrow morning I'm meeting up with V at the cafe. Which one, Sirens? Sorry. I nod and lift my hoodie over my head. My shirt follows, and as soon as my chest is bare, I put the sweatshirt back on. Where else did we ever meet? He goes quiet for a second. I only hung out with you guys occasionally when Don was still around. And it was never at the cafe. Oh, Don won't be there. We're picking him up from the bus station a bit later in the day. It was actually V's idea to meet up at the cafe. She's arriving pretty early tomorrow, going to talk to her grandmother and then meet up with me around noon. I unbuttoned my shorts so they hit the ground. I'd usually take off my underwear whenever I was getting ready for bed, but don't tonight for obvious reasons. Sam pokes his head out of the bathroom door. His hair is a mess, and he's likely only toweled off since I haven't heard the hairdryer yet. I'm hoping she's not in an awful mood then. Oh, and I used your mom's shampoo. She wouldn't notice any missing, would she? I mean, I'd use yours, but that cheap shit dries out my skin. Speaking of dry... I rolled my eyes to get back to depositing dishes in the sink. I'd have probably picked up around here beforehand if I had known someone would be over. I may or may not have left the place a mess over the week. Couldn't be bothered to clean up after myself, not without mom here to breathe down my neck about it, or just going behind me and doing it herself. I probably wouldn't leave messes so often if I actually cared, I guess. Grand Duke Oliver of the House Procrastination. That's what my sister always called me. Then, a few years later, my nickname became Homo Boy Faglord. Ow. Ooh, ouch. Over the running water, I can hear the bathroom door open and the loud exhaust of the hairdryer running within. Do the dishes? What? Dishes! Yeah, I'm sure you can see how bad I left it. Wait, at... Finish drying yourself. I'm not shouting at you over the hairdryer all goddamn night. What? Finish up in there. That's enough to make him retreat back into the bathroom. I hear some kind of muffled response and he closes the door. Attempting to return the dishes at this point is difficult, but I persevere. Don's been wrong about a lot in the past, but I'm pretty sure he was right when he told me I had ADHD. The sound effects are really good, actually. I give him credit. Or some kind of attention problem. I had a hard time staying on topic when I was in school. I can understand that. It's very hard for me to focus even now sometimes. And homework can burn in a fucking fire. If what I've heard from V about homework in college is true, I'm glad I didn't go. I mean, me? In a college classroom? Fuck that. I don't really want to get a job either, though. Like, what options do I have anyways? Fast food?
Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?
I saw what happened to Beth after the grease incident. I lift my hands out of the water and stare at them for a bit. The suds fizzle and pop in between my fingers. It's sort of fun to watch them. I insert my hands back into the sudsy water and pull them back out again. Water drips down at a steady pace, and the bubbles follow in a disorderly fashion. Procrastinating? Jesus, fuck! Sam's voice in my ear nearly forces the hair on the back of my neck to evacuate, and the accompanying chills rattle me to my core. Hey, careful where you fling that! I literally just finished drying! I want to shout at the cat, but that won't solve anything. I attempt to compose myself before I open my mouth. Sam, can you, stop doing that? I dry my hands off a nearby rag and turn to face the mischievous motherfucker. He's draped a towel around his waist, and his fur is slightly puffed up from the hairdryer, no doubt. What? I see you spaced out like that all the time. I gotta bring you back down, yeah? You don't. I do, though. I frowned, and he's pretty entertained. There's that little twinkle in his eyes again. Aren't you enjoying the view, at least? Of course I noticed. He may as well be fucking naked. Hard to do that. He cocks an eyebrow at my retort and folds his arms defiantly. And why would that be? I goad him on a bit with a slight chuckle. He takes the bait, of course, and takes a step closer to me. Oh my. Oh, I'm waiting. He reaches a hand towards his groin and takes a handful of it through the towel. Oh my gosh, Sam is so horny. He's such a flirt and a horny guy. Wow. Are you distracted by this? I'll bet you are. He removes his hand, leaving the well-defined impression of his dick for the world to see. His smile is poisonous now, and it doesn't take long to see where this is going. Nope, why would I be interested in that? Rude! He feigns offense in an overdramatic way. Oh my god, he's like, rude! He feigns offensive in an overdramatic fashion, taking another step towards me. You aren't doing anything else right now. Come on. What are you talking about? I was literally in the middle of doing the dishes when you started messing with me. I gesture towards the sink full of water that's been still for too long already. So, instead of being annoying with your dick, why don't you help me finish those? You know, do something productive for once in your life. Ooh. I don't know. I know it's a joke, but that's kind of hurtful. I'm like, ouch. I was feeling pretty confident about that one, but he just frowns and folds his arms. Rich, coming from you, what have you accomplished lately, huh? There's that toxic smile again. He knows exactly where this little game is headed, and he's not giving up. I mean, at least I'm going to school. You mean you fuck around while your mom pays for everything? Yeah, real productive. I shrug him off completely and turn to walk into the living room. And your point is? He makes his way past me, nearly running. Hey, I'm not done with you! He stops in front of me, leaning in the doorway to the living room. You know I don't care about any of that shit anyways. That's not what I came out here for anyways. If that's what I wanted, I would have just flown back Cali and stayed with Mom for a bit. He wiggles his hips a bit, and I see the outline of his dick underneath the towel shake along with him. I see where your eyes are. You don't want to argue with me right now. How about I put on a little show for you, huh? The throbbing in my head gets more intense than I recognize his tone. I groan and rub my temples with my fingers. No, that wouldn't make me feel better. He cackles and claps me on the shoulder. I'm feeling cornered by the cat and starting to get genuinely uncomfortable. You know it would. Whenever my boyfriend is feeling down, I like to do a bit of wiggling and... Sam! I cut him off and he goes rigid mid-sentence. Clearly didn't expect me to object. I know exactly what you're doing. I'm not in the mood tonight. And you're starting to give me a headache on top of that. I push my way past him and step into the living room. I don't want to play this game right now, okay? He folds his arm and squints his eyes at me. What's up with you, huh? You've been acting like this since we went inside. I shake my head. I told you I'm not in the mood. This isn't what I wanted to do tonight. I make my way towards the stairs, but the cat follows closely behind me. Not having any of that, though, I turn around to face him and open my mouth. Ooh. Okay, Sam doesn't know when no means no. Yeah, he's real horny. He doesn't know when no means no. I'm gonna assume, in case the creator's watching, I'm going to assume we were referring to sex. I guess I don't know if it's entirely or if it was something like a little more tame, but I'm assuming like they've had sexual encounters before, and you know, and Ollie is just not feeling it. Dude, when you have depression, or I'm not sure if you have depression or what. When you have, like, depression and stuff, there's sometimes the stuff that made you happy doesn't make you happy. It just gets to the point where you just, there are days where you just don't want to deal with it. No, Sam, I'm going to bed. Not giving him a chance to open his mouth again, I stormed the stairs, leaving my friend dumbfounded. My, you can definitely tell this is a picture of a real room. My skull rattles in my head as I slam my bedroom door shut. I press my fingers towards my head to stabilize it, but without much success. My mattress groans in agony as I plop my full weight on it at once. My groan echoes throughout my aching head. God, what I wouldn't give for a... My thoughts are interrupted as my phone buzzes in my pocket. Trev? I quickly type a response. Oh, that's Trev. Dang, I didn't get to read it in time. Well, hopefully, I'll later when I'm editing this, I'll make sure I leave it on that shot for a little bit. Wonder what he... Hello? Hey, Ollie. Hey, Ollie. Hey, Trev, what's up? Definitely wasn't expecting you to call me tonight. Or ever, for that matter. Wait, Trev. Wait, Trev. Oh, crap. Who is Trev? Who is Trev? Oh, crap. I'm trying to remember if Trev was was the cool guy I was given. Yeah, sorry. I'm shaking my head. I think actually Trev was the shy one. Oh, okay, it was. I'm thinking the right one. Okay, I was making sure Trev was the the lizard guy. Yeah, sorry. I shake my head. Don't apologize. You know I don't mind. It was just pretty out of nowhere. Did something happen? It's quiet and I get the chance to hear his erratic breathing. And crickets? Are you outside right now? He gulps. Yeah, I needed to get out of the house for a bit. And, he sobs quietly between words, leaving me hanging on every stumble. Trev, are you okay? He chuckles softly, letting out soft whimpers he does. Oh. I'll be okay. I just wanna talk. Of course, I have time. Clear up my door. The cat's been quiet so far, but I have to be careful of him. How's your night been going? I sigh. Not exactly great. You'll never guess who I ran into when I was walking home from your place. No? What'd I miss? He chuckles. A whole lot. It's been 2 expansions since you played, and you're 30 levels under the cap now. You can power level from 50 to 70, but the grind to 80 takes twice that time. Yeah? I rub my chin. I imagine it's a bit easier if you have a friend already at level 80 to escort you through the tough areas, though. Yeah, it is. I'd be super happy to do that for you anytime. I'm not usually doing anything else. Just standing in town with my legendary tier gear until a passerby notices. I smile. That's the true endgame, huh? He goes quiet for a bit, and I hear the whisper of his shaky breathing returning in full force. My ears perk up a bit, and my mind races to find a way to comfort him again. Thanks, Ollie. For talking to me, I mean. He lets out an awkward chuckle before continuing. I feel a lot better. Oh, thank God. Of course. I'm glad you reached out to me, Trev. You know I'm free to talk anytime, right? My brain stops forming a sentence as soon as I hear the first beep. Low battery. Shit. Fuck, sorry, Trev. My phone's about to die. I gotta go. I'll talk to you tomorrow, though, okay? Alright, Ollie. Sure. Super sorry, dude. Good. I'm interrupted as my phone screen fades to its logo and then to black. I grip it tightly for a second, considering spiking the stupid thing into the carpet. Now, that seems like an awful idea. I rub my forehead, sighing. Of course, that's where it cut me off. Trev, I'll see you tomorrow. Trev seems like he has issues too. I'm curious what his issues are. A lot of the people seem like they have issues. Oh, you've got the cat. You got Sam who doesn't know when no means no. You've got Ollie who seems like he has anxiety and severe depression. And Trevor seems like he's got a bit of social anxiety too. And maybe a little bit of self doubt. I'm not sure. So I guess we'll find out. I guess we'll find out as the story goes along, won't we, Harmonious? My eyes focus solely on the ceiling, and my thoughts drift around. First on nothing, then on my life, and then nothing again. Finally, the horizon. The horizon. I didn't get to go back and say goodnight to you, did I? Oh, wait, this is... I want to know what this voice is. My room grows dark as the moonlight pouring in through the window slowly dissipates. Breathe in and out. This stale air is far behind me now. How far? Well, I have an idea. I step up from my bed and feel the little pebbles dig themselves under my nails. They were waiting for me, too. I wave my hands around me as I walk. Nothing. Have I ever been walking in the same direction? I guess I'd find my bed again if I'd been turned around at any point. Ah, there you are. Ooh, gonna save that. The glow of the moon beautifully lights the waves as they lap at the shore, inching ever closer to my toes. Inviting me back in, I guess. It doesn't matter how many times I see it. All I can hope to do is stare in awe. A smile paints itself across my face, though this doesn't feel like a particularly happy moment. In fact, the warmth I feel welling up in my feet screams at me to return to the darkness. There is a soft rustle as the void rears itself behind me. Shadowy feelers detaching out from its inky abyss. It slowly inches its way onto the beach, beckoning me to come back, to come home. But it doesn't matter. The lone figure, plated in flowing water, rises from the shallows to greet me. It takes a silent bow as it's berthed by the foam, elegantly gaining its footing atop the water. The shade is dark, but not completely featureless. I've had plenty of opportunities to look at it before, and yet, no, tonight will be different. I knew you would be here. My voice is shaky and my words slur together into a mess of a sentence. I'm not even sure it came out as English. It didn't matter, though. He doesn't look back at me, instead facing out towards the sea. So, why did you invite me tonight? I don't usually come here unless you wanted to talk to me. I wait for a response, but the echoing pang of silence is pain to my aching heart. My everything hurts. A singular word comes to my mind. Why? It doesn't matter what I sound like. I repeat it again. Why? I sniffle, but still nothing. It's become hard to think over the advancing darkness behind me, now within arm's reach. It latches onto my feet, and I feel its warmth once again. There's nowhere left to run, here at the edge of the world. I collapse in the sand, and it's in that moment I spot him standing on the horizon. He can't see me. Maybe he doesn't want to. Please. I'm left to beg, but I don't care anymore. The moonlight illuminates the waves as he casually steps upon them, heading into the horizon 1 foot at a time. I want to shout at him. I want to tell him to stop, but my voice will catch in my throat. It always does. Don't you leave me here. I managed to mumble aloud, but it was said to no one but myself. I'm too far gone. His silhouette, still definable despite its size, raised its arms as if to wave goodbye. I reach out, but it's all in vain as the abyss takes me into its soft embrace. I don't wanna. I don't wanna leave. Darkness floods my world again as the sea and everything in it vanishes into nothing. What the hell just happened? To be continued. Oh, is that it? Oh, is that it? Hold on, hold on. I gotta check something real quick. Hold on, hold on. I have to check something really quick. Like, I have to check something. Is that it? I was eager. Like, wait. Oh no, I have to check something real quick. And so, apparently, I don't have the current version. So I have to go. So I have to go and download the current version. So I will be right back. I will be right back. I didn't pay attention. I should have asked the creator. I'll be right back. I downloaded the current version, so this is right after we left off to be continued. So, yeah. I didn't realize that there was another version to update, so. I didn't want only a 15-minute video, so. And I'm sure you guys didn't either. Anyway, we are back in action. I tap my foot impatiently. I see you doing that. Why don't we just head in already? Sam's voice cuts through the air like a claw through skin. I mean, I'm not the only one sick of waiting, obviously. He's been scratching at the same wound for maybe 20 minutes now and he won't stop. I told V we'd be waiting for her outside at 11. It's only now just 11:15. Stop worrying about it. He groans, shoving his hands into his pockets. As much as I'd like to go in myself, a promise is a promise. I pull out my phone, but as soon as I see my reflection on the black screen, I shove it back into my hoodie's pocket. I forgot to plug the thing in last night after it had died. I was pretty peeved about it when I was getting ready to leave. Now I have no way to call for help if a monster attacks us or something. Heh, monsters. Fuck this stupid phone. Ooh, Sam looks... Alright, I'm sorry. Sam looked kind of good looking. Man, he's pulling off the stuff. Listen, I'm just saying... I swear to God, what's your deal? Sam folds his arms and shoots me a glare. I'm hungry. We've been waiting out here for like 20 hours, and I just want to order a fucking sandwich or something. Okay, so... And then I had to go out of the way to pick up him. Remind me, why is he here? I gently cut my face with my hands, tired of explaining this. I told you, I asked him to come before you even showed up last night. As far as I knew, I was just going to be meeting up with V and Don by myself. Can you honestly blame me for wanting to bring a little backup? He rolls his eyes. I guess. But why him? The cat, without uncrossing his arms, gestures toward the iguana. He wouldn't be my first choice to deal with your ex. Wait, he wouldn't be my first choice to deal with your ex. Ooh, okay, getting some story context here. Ah, that's why it was so awkward. So it wasn't just a me and friends. So him and Don used to date. Okay, now it's getting interesting. So they used to date. In response, Trevor only slinks further away. He's no good at hiding, of course, being as big as he is. Stop it, dude. Sam shrugs. Fine, I get it. The cat digs his hands into his pockets and pouts a bit. I'd still really like to get something to eat. Alright, why don't you just eat back at the house? Why didn't you just eat back at the house? I had, like, cereal and shit. Sam grunts. I wasn't hungry then. I'm hungry now, okay? Are you sure this is even about that? I point a bony finger at him. Admit it, you're not even hungry. He tilts his head, but I had already prepared this retort. I've known you since middle school. You ate barely any more than I did back then. Why would you just start getting sudden cravings now? The cat's glare becomes a little hurt as he backs off the offensive. I'm sorry, his paws are so freaking big. I don't know why. For some reason, his looks much bigger than everybody else. Everybody else is a little big, but it's not like this. His are like huge. I don't know, okay? What about you, huh? What about me? You're fucking losing it, Sam. I'm sorry. We're caught off guard as Trev speaks up for the first time since we picked him up. I should have just walked here. Sorry for making you go out of your way to get me. Trev, no. I know you went to walk here. I asked Sam to get you. I turned back to Sam. And you said you'd be down for whatever last night, didn't you? What's the big deal if Trev comes too, huh? I don't... I asked him to come. You just invited yourself. The cat's brow furrows as I cut him off. His open mouth closes into a disappointed frown. Oh. Already? Man, every visual dollar already got infighting between the friends. I groan. Look, I'm not mad at you, okay? Just cool up with the attitude. Tim looks down and holds one of his arms behind his back. It's a little uncanny seeing that from anyone but Trev, who's currently rubbing his shoulder uncomfortably. We can head in, alright? I wanted to meet her out front, but I guess she's running behind. Sam seems genuinely shocked I caved in like I did. I guess I'm a little shocked, too. He looks me down, over to Trev, and then returns his gaze to me. Yeah, that's... fine. He shakes his head and sighs, looking away from me. One step, two, and then he dashes into the building. I turn my gaze over to Trev, whose eyes unglue themselves from the sidewalk and link with mine for maybe the second time today. Sighing, I take a step towards the iguana. Listen, Trev, don't... I'm cut off, however, as Trev suddenly takes a step back, raising his arms to defend himself. He quickly shakes his head, muttering apologies too quickly for me to fully understand. As his head turns, I catch another glimpse of the damage Trev's been hiding. A smallish patch of discolored scales underneath his left eye, lined with a long scar where his skin broke. Where the skin broke. He's been trying his best to hide it, which is to say, obviously, neither Sam nor I dared to bring it up. Oh, he has... Oh, what happened? Even if he hadn't called me crying last night, I would have known exactly how he got it. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. I think I know where he got it from. I'm gonna kill that man. I'm gonna end his fucking life. Ooh. It was probably his father beat him. Oh boy, we're gonna have one of those mature VNs. Oh boy, all these major stuff. Despite my wayward thoughts, I smile at the iguana, offering him a hand. Okay, this makes sense now. That's why he's so like, he's always apologizing. Oh my gosh, that's awful. That's why he's always apologizing, and he always seems scared of everyone. It's okay, come on. Sam's gonna get himself into trouble if we don't keep an eye on him, don't you think? Trev sniffles, wiping a tear away from his eye. There's not a drop of hostility in my voice. I'm sure he's picked it up. After briefly hesitating, he takes my hand as his own. Yeah, good idea. Oh. I feel so... Oh, no, we just started. It was only second part. Stepping into the cafe proper, I'm blasted with the overwhelming sense of people. Oh, people. People. Oh, they give me the shivers. They make me scared. They're terrifying. People, they're terrifying. Ah! People sitting and talking. People waiting in lines. People coughing. Oh no, you can't cough right now! Nah, as soon as somebody started coughing in that cafe, I'd be running out of here because of you know what. I guess it's been a while since I've been here. Forgot about how busy it could get. Sam leads the charge in, a good deal ahead of us. Trevor, on the other hand, is staying close to me. I flick my tail back a bit more than I usually do, and it brushes against him. Yep. Sorry, Trev. I didn't know you were that close. He coughs. Where did you want to sit? The iguana scans the dining area, using his height to his advantage. I'm a little jealous of tall guys like him. Though, being short has its advantages sometimes. Do you see any booths that are open? A clean one, preferably. He perks up and brings a scaly finger to his mouth. Well, I'm looking for a half booth with a chair. If that's okay with you, I need a chair with a big enough opening to fit my tail through. I nod and slow my pace a bit. I've always taken my own manageable tail for granted. Clothes shopping would probably be a nightmare for Trev if his dad didn't pass all his clothes off to him. The downside of that being that Trev dresses like an asshat. Oh, there's one. I turn back to the imposing figure standing behind me as he points his clawed finger to a secluded section of seats in the corner. Is that okay? I shrug. I can't really tell from here, but I assume so if it's up to your standards. Trev gives off another awkward chuckle and puts an arm behind his head. I mean... He cuts himself off with a small laugh. His eyes widen suddenly as he clutches his pocket for his life. Sorry, I have to run to the restroom. I blink. Oh, sure. He nods quickly and trots off. I'll reserve a table. Come find me when you get back, okay? No response, even though I'm pretty sure he heard me. I shake my head. Hope he's okay. I feel so bad for him now. Like, wow, I was not expecting something. Like, I just thought his dad was... I was the little bit of interaction we got. I mean, not with his dad, but with Trevor. I just thought his dad was kind of that... Was going to be one of those, like, you know, people that, like, oh, yeah, he's always so busy, he never has time to talk to his son kind of thing. Not like, oh, yeah, like, he's not only a busy guy, he also beats his son. I'm like, wow. There is a special place in hell for parents who beat their kids. Like, there really is. I truly believe that. I step into the dining area. Now that I'm actually in here, it doesn't feel nearly as crowded as I expected it to be. Despite that, though, there are still next to no seats available. No desirable ones anyways. There are a few half booths available near the window, though. Upon closer inspection, they're all pretty gnarly looking. Maybe I can wipe one of them down myself? I groan. Fucking... I throw my hands up and turn around. There's usually a napkin dispensed over by the drinks, right? Does this store even have a drink station? After a bit of wandering, I find it. Instead of the usual soda dispensers, however, there are big vats full of different types of lemonade and tea. Oh, I love those! The big vats, they're like the ones that constantly rotate the lemonade and stuff. Oh, I love those. Oh man. I haven't seen a place that has them for too long though. I really do. I love lemonade and iced tea so much. I don't drink unsweetened. I'm sorry. I can't drink unsweetened, but I like all kinds of lemonade and I love tea. Especially sweet tea. Oh, sweet tea is so good. Sweet tea is so good. How many types of lemonade do you need anyway? You need all the lemonade! Come on! You need all the lemonade! It's so good! Come on! Guys and girls, listen. Lemonade is so good. It's so good. So I love lemonade. I'm always drinking lemonade. Citrus, aguava, blood orange. Okay, citrus sounds good. Blood orange, maybe. Aguava, no. Besides, if you're adding other fruits, doesn't it become punch? You shut your damn mouth, Ollie. You don't know nothing about lemonade. You shut your mouth. Or was it punch only if you added alcohol? Yuck, alcohol fucking sucks. I'm kind of with you there. You guys gotta get the fruity drinks. That's what makes alcohol bearable. Makes me think of that time we stole Don's mom's vodka and... Ollie? Ollie, hello? Oh! And I'm assuming the opposing bear... Wait, she's so thin, though. She's a bear? I thought she was a... Please, whoever the artist is, take no offense to this. I thought she was a lion. Except for the nose. The nose doesn't look like a bear, but I really thought she was... I kind of thought she was a lion. I'm not gonna lie. The imposing bear standing before me breaks my train of thought. Wait, what was I thinking about again? Oliver Blanche, hey, hello. She waves her hand in front of my face. I can smell whatever soap she's been using. It's kind of subtle, but flowery. Oliver, are you all there? I blink a few times before she fully registers in my brain. Ow, V. She frowns and folds her arms across her chest. Yeesh, that's only become worse since I've moved out. What am I gonna do if you space rat? We were supposed to meet outside, remember? Oh, shit. So I waited around for a few minutes, but you never showed. I tried texting you. I reach into my pocket to check my phone and hold down the power button. Nothing. Fuck. Oh, she's getting pissed. So you... She stops herself with a sigh, resigning whatever anger she was harboring for the time being. She rubs her temples with her fingers. I'm sorry. This hasn't been the best week for me, if you couldn't tell. I frown, but feel relief wash over me as her anger subsides into something else entirely. Disappointment can't cave my face in. If there's any one person I fear, truly fear that is, it's her. So what were you doing exactly? You've been staring at that lemonade for like at least a minute. And no, that doesn't account for the amount of time you had possibly been staring before I walked over here. I opened my mouth to reply, but she cuts me off. Whatever, it's not important. Do you at least have a table reserved already? I look over her shoulder at the table I thought I had claimed to see if it was still untouched. There's a lone cat sitting at it. Fuck. I never told her Sam would be here. She's in a bad mood. And he's being pissy. Oh, gosh. As soon as he opens his mouth, she's going to murder him. I'm gonna witness a murder today. Yo, V, looks like you actually made it. Oh, Sam! No! I can already tell shit's gonna happen. It's like, Sam, shut the hell up! Oh, God. He gets up and walks over. Samuel Wong? Her expression is from one of surprise to one of anger. Oh my gosh. What? Why are you here? Not that I'm shocked to see you, skipping classes on a Friday. He raises his chin and slits his eyes, tilting his head at an angle. The cat may as well have been a knife pointed at him, but he smirks in the face of imminent death. That's Sam, all right. Oh, not a lot. I just thought it'd be a good week. Sorry. Oh, not a lot. I just thought it'd be a good weekend to catch up with Ollie, so I was on my way out to surprise him. Funny seeing you here, though. Say, did you follow me? Your face is gonna get so mad. V's face goes dark, a silent expression of rage. I hold my breath as she slowly raises her arm to point at Sam. I can practically see the sparks dance across her hand as the welling energy inside stirs. The cafe shakes, lights blink and stutter, and the cafe patrons look on in horror as the anger seeping out of V causes the earth below her feet to erupt. Unending hatred oozes from the darkness meeting her face. Her eyes are no longer those of a mortal, but those of a vengeful god. Sam, though, always one to laugh in the face of danger, takes another step towards his demise. Hey now, what's that look for? Aren't you happy to see me? I can only watch in dread as the feline seals his fate. There are no returns. He is a dead man. May you find peace in the afterlife. I offer my near silent prayer and V breeze. In the time between seconds, the gods have mercy. Volcano cease erupting. The coming tsunami is halted. I know this is serious, but I love this wording. Good job, writer. This is kind of funny. I mean, it's funny. The world won't end after all. Not today. No, I'm not happy to see you. She shakes her head. If you're out of the loop, this isn't a good weekend. But of course, you found your way into the loop, didn't you? He places his hands on his hips and sticks out his tongue. I did, I'm pretty good at that, wouldn't you think? He says that, but he doesn't. A little too well for your own good. It's going to get you incarcerated one of these days. Her face goes dark again before she resumes speaking. But never mind that. You want to tell me why you're here? Sam smiles and beckons back to the table with his tail. Please, allow me to enlighten you, my lady. So please, allow me to enlighten you, my lady. I steadily down my water as V settles further into her seat. Sam's taken to tapping his fingers on the table to the tune of the radio. Don't know what it was about water, but nothing is more refreshing these days. I totally didn't steal it. It's filling a water cup I found on the floor stealing anyway. Ew! Ew! Why would you just fill a cup at a restaurant that's on the... No, never mind. I still haven't seen Trev since we came in. I hope he's doing okay. Hoping is all I can do, really. I'm just glad V wasn't particularly angry when I told her he tagged along too. They get along fine, I guess. So then... The cat's ears perk up and his eyes lock with V's. Think I already said it, but it's good to see you, Ollie. The overwhelming intensity of the polar bear's eyes turned to me, leaving Sam to bite the dust. It's good to see you too, V. The cat's posture drops a bit, but V isn't paying attention. She elegantly takes a sip of her coffee, pinky out as she holds the coffee cup. It's like, granted, it's water, it's a bottle, but be like, pinky's out. I wish circumstances were better, though. I nod, folding my arms. I'm still happy to see you. It's been 2 years? She thinks for a second, and after the gears of her head turn, she opens her mouth to answer. Not one to resign to his fate, though, Sam takes this opportunity to interject. Sorry. 3, actually. It came up last time I was visiting... 3, actually. It came up last time I was visiting Ollie. Last year. Her eyes narrow, but she doesn't silence them. Not yet. I try to keep Ollie caught up, Don't want to keep him too out of the loop. I mean, poor guy. Never hears from his best friends. Sam. It's a good thing he knows me. Otherwise, he probably wouldn't have known you were close to your bachelor's. The cat cuts V off completely and utterly, leaving her dumbfounded. And what about your title, huh? You were bragging all over campus that no one could... I mean it when I say it. Her words echo as a low growl, and the fur on the back of my neck stands on edge as I hear it. Sternly, she turns her head back to me. Was that her talking? I'm sure this brat has been talking all kinds of trash about me. He's not entirely wrong, though. I'm sorry we haven't caught up in a while, Ollie. You know how it is. School eats up nearly all of my time. And if you had any free time, you're training, right? She nods. Yep, exactly. You know how it is. Now, more than ever. The light in her eyes fades a good deal, and as she breathes out. What about you, though? How you've been keeping busy? Have you been working or studying? Sam laughs, and we both turn back to him. Ollie working? There's no way! Guy'd crumble into a ball the second anyone tried to employ him. I roll my eyes. He's not entirely wrong, though. Considering how well I deal with V's sternness, I can only imagine how rough I have it with some holier-than-thou manager. You know, you'd be surprised what you're surprised what a lot of willpower could do. I'm not saying you should have to, but when I tell you my anxiety is bad, ooh boy, my anxiety is terrible. It's terrible. And even still, it's terrible. But I managed to get through my job, despite getting people yelling at me. Don't get me wrong, there's been times I've had to lie and say I had to go to the bathroom and sit there and like shaking, like having anxiety and shaking and almost tears running down my face, but you'd be surprised. I've been there 3 years, so apparently I'm making it. Granted, once I leave that job, I will never work for the company I work for again. I don't want to say their name in case copyright or whatever. Let's just say they are a multi-billion-dollar company that is multinational. So, and they're one of the few companies still open because they are essential. The bear isn't one to shrug off Sam's interjection, though. You don't have to be such an ass about it, Wong. She plays a hand on my shoulder and I flinch instinctively. You're capable. You just have to put yourself out there. School is an option too, though. I'm sure you're applicable for financial aid, and your parents would be more than happy to help you pay for the rest. I know, I just don't know what I'd go for. She lets go of me and folds her arms. You're still writing, aren't you? Your poems? Sam perks up at the mention of my old hobby. Oh yeah, I forgot about that shit. I swear to God, do you have to be so rude all the time? Sam turns his nose up to the bear. You say that like I was being awful. This is how Ollie and I normally talk. You're the one over here forcing him around, trying to get him to get a job or whatever. He didn't ask you to be his mom, V. Oh boy! Woo, infighting is great! Oh shoot, I just missed something! What did I miss? Oh, of course, but... Oh, I couldn't read that. Okay. I clasp my head in my hands as the painful throbbing within intensifies. The air itself is on fire and the cafe drips like wax into a melting mass of darkness. I cling to the table for what life I still live, as every living body is thrown into the mess. Oh gosh. I'm wondering, it's very hard to tell. I'm wondering, is this partly supernatural, or is it all just like his mind? I mean, I can understand this, but I'm wondering, is it all mental, or is it like actually like there's supernaturalness to it? My brain erupts into a cacophony of aching echoes in tune with its suffering. The spiders resting inside set to work, lying their silk across the folds that no thought could possibly escape through. The pattern of activity is nothing new to me. Blank thoughts and ache trapped in the prison of my own making. Oh gosh. The world dims yet further as I hold my head there, attempting to keep it... Oh, sorry. The world dims yet further as I hold my head there, attempting to keep it affixated to my neck. Right on time, that curious sensation. Weight is intensified as I gain their support. The hands holding my head double, triple, quadruple. An infinite number of spindly fingers supporting my descent into thoughtlessness. The voice, just on the brink of thought, speaks in a raspy tone I'm all too familiar with. Hey, Sam, you... I'm guessing it's mental. Wow, he's got a lot of mental... The way it's looking, he's got a lot of mental issues. This is going to be interesting to see as it goes along. Does it get worse? Does it improve? So, good job, Harmonious, for conveying pretty well conveying pretty well so far a person with mental illness, more specifically things such as social anxiety and possibly depression. Really good job. Ollie, are you okay? Yeah. I'm pulled from my trance as I gently shaken by my friend. You hanging in there? You hanging in there? You look not great. So, sorry. I'm worried about Trev. I cough, attempting to refocus my thoughts. He's been in the bathroom since we got here. V tilts her head. It is odd, yeah. She leans forward, pressing her body into the table, just enough space to squeeze past her. Why don't you go check on him? I nod, standing up and sliding my way around the massive bear. See, he says massive, but the way the sprite looks, she doesn't look massive. Like, I'm not saying he has to be, but when I think of a bear, even if they're not, like, fat, I'm thinking thick. I'm thinking, like, a thick build. And she doesn't look like that. She looks average size. She looks average size like we've seen. I would think a bear is naturally thick. Again, like I said, it's not necessarily fat. Thick more in the sense of, like, muscular. They got that thick, thick, chubby muscle. I know this sounds weird to explain, but hopefully people understand what I'm saying. But don't get me wrong, the art is being honest, the art is not the best I've seen. But it's slightly above passable. So it's not like just barely. It's good. I can see potential in it, and it is passable. A little above passable, but it's not great. So maybe I'm learning to draw, so I understand how hard it can be. Maybe it's just perhaps the artist is not necessarily talented at this current state with bigger bodies or different body types in general. I'm not sure. Sam snickers as I emerge back out into the open seating area. Well, if Ollie's headed off, it looks like we're gonna have some quality alone time. Yuck. I push open the heavy bathroom door with my knuckles. I have vague memories of this door always being gross on the outside. Sure enough, my right hand is sticky now. Wonderful. Ew! What is it sticky with, though? Ew, that's gross. I would get so sick if I opened a bathroom door and it was, like, sticky. I was like, oh, gosh. The faint yellow hue of the room is somehow ominous on top of that, as the overbearing fluorescent lights beat down on my skin. It's sort of a mini bathroom, only one stall and a urinal. Wonder if anyone else has come in here to contest Trev's spot. Speaking of Trev, there's a faint weeping echoing from the stall. It couldn't be anyone else. I step a bit close to the door. Surely he heard me come in. I cough politely, hoping maybe he'll notice that I don't have to call out for him. Still, just sobs, though. Damn it. I turn on the sink, keen on scrubbing the years of filth stain on my knuckles. That one sounds a lot cooler if you forget it was just sticky bathroom door residue. With the faucet off, I flick a bit of the water hanging onto my fingers back into the sink. I place my hands underneath the air dryer and it springs to life, blowing the water away. It doesn't take long to achieve total dryness. Thank God for these things. Even after it's done, though, still only sobbing from the stall. Not particularly keen on interrupting him, I lean up against the sink and jam my hands into my pocket. Shortly after, I begin to feel the water I flung all over the place soak into my back. Whatever, it'll dry. The hum of the vents above isn't helping the ambience at all, really. It feels like something sinister is living above. I couldn't imagine how spooky this place is at night. Blah, I'll just say something to him. Hey, Trev? The weeping silenced itself with a quiet gasp. It's just me. We were worried about you. Are you okay? Yeah. The stale bathroom air thickens and silence persists, only broken by an occasional sob from the iguana. I'm, I'm, I'm sorry I worried you. It's okay. I cut him off entirely before he manages to apologize. Oh my god. I feel so bad. Cause now it makes so much sense like why he's always apologizing. Like he's always like, I'm sorry. And it's like that's heartbreaking. That's heartbreaking. We sit there for a bit, awash and awkward. His breath is quiet but noticeable. He's hurting, not sick. I can see his lower half underneath the stall. He's fully clothed and sitting on the floor. His scaly arms are wrapped around his legs, pulling himself into an upright fetal position. As much as I'd like to follow up on toning down the apologies, I can't bring myself to speak again. Everything feels wrong. I don't like this. If I had to guess... Yo, you guys touching pee-pees without me in here? No, it's not funny. It's a serious moment. Stop it, Marky. Stop it, Fallen. It's a serious moment. Oh, dude. Sam, come on. Damn it. My thoughts are interrupted as Sam bursts into the formerly quiet room, slicing the atmosphere in half with a precision strike. He's like, whatcha! I grasp the air, flexing my arms in a furious manner. I managed to avoid screaming, thankfully, but Trev... V took off a minute ago. The fuck's taking you so long? Does Trev have the shits? There's another rustle in the stall, and I open my mouth to speak, but... Give me a second, Sam. I'm coming. The toilet flushes, and I hear the sound of his creaky bones come from the other side of the stall. His body's agonizing over moving again. Oh. I stand up and walk towards the iguana, but he shakes his head to keep me at bay. Sorry. Oh. There's a loud pop in his hips as he saunters over to the sink. I look over at Sam, who simply shrugs. The drive to the bus terminal is awkward, but thankfully short. Sam and I banter back and forth a bit while Trev stays silent in the back seat. I want to stop, but I want to keep going. I want to stop at a good point. His silence is magnifying the pain tenfold, and we're both feeling it. Trev has a profound effect on people, and we've been caught in his gravitational pull. We find some measure of relief as Sam pulls the car into park. All right. You remember how to get there, Ollie? I think we take a left at 4th, and then right? Yeah, the station is... I remember. Waiting here for you, but you never came. It's just off Main Street. Cool beans, let's get a move on then. Last thing you want to do is piss me off more, huh, Ollie? I ignore the cat, locking eyes with the iguana instead. I'm doing my best. Can you see that, Trev? Yo, V! As we approach the terminal, Sam's already caught up to her. My short legs usually lead me to lagging behind, but keeping Trev on pace has only exuberated the issue. Finally, there you guys are! We approach her, standing at the center section. After a short time apart, we reunited again. No, we're still missing one. Sam and V argue over something, but I tuned them out a minute ago. My body's been racked with a severe something for the last few minutes. I don't know what time it is, but something in my head tells me it's fast approaching. I stare down at my hands. The shadowy figures have begun wriggling through my right hand, and I attempt to make the same gesture. Sure enough, as I do, more emerge. It's a strange sensation. I can feel them, and yet I can't. I don't care anymore. My brain has been racing a mile a minute, thoughts screaming out at me at every crevice of my mind. It's difficult, but in time, I manage to quiet them down as well. My thoughts go blank, however, as a single scrawny arm raises slowly from my body, pointing its natty fingers towards the curb. At least, I think they're pointing. The hand's gesture is difficult to read, being cloaked in somewhat translucent shadow. In the time between thoughts, another hand rises to meet it, and another, and another. The hands all point in the same direction, and mine follows them in turn. My own finger marks a spot along the curb of the central terminal, where a long bus is slowly pulling in. V turns to me and then looks to where I've been pointing all along. What's up, Ollie? Is that the one? I don't know how I know it. I just do. The blue bus I'd specified exhausts loudly as it pulls into a full stop. Alright, I'm so confused because it's like I feel like this could be this mental, but like as part of it is wondering if is some of the stuff that's going on with his mind supernatural as well. Slowly, the doors open. A man steps out, followed by some young-looking kids, a woman in a suit, a few more men, and then the flow of people stops altogether. My heart sinks into my stomach. It couldn't be. I was so sure. Where could he? I'm closing the door. I'm closing the door and moving on if you don't get off now. I barely catch her mumbling something along the lines of goddamn hyena. Oh, it was a woman, damn it. I barely catch her mumbling something along the lines of goddamn hyena trash under her breath. Yeah, Christ, give me a minute to get my stuff together. Oh, wait, what voice did I give him? I don't remember. Your stop was announced a minute ago. You had plenty of time to do so. So you tell me, you think you have the right to hold up my job? Fuck, it isn't your job to get people around. Isn't that what the government pays you to do? The driver opens her mouth to speak, but a furried arm reaches into view with a finger raised to silence her. I know that arm. If his voice didn't make it obvious, that certainly did. I'm leaving it. I don't think I didn't hear that shit you whispered. Uh-oh! Are we about to get, Oh, wow. Don. This is Don. Oh, that's it! Damn, they left out on a perfect moment. If you have the time, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. I have prepared a brief survey that you can fill out to help us with the game. By the way, if you're filling out that survey, you're en route too. Are you a big fan of Trevor? Regardless of all that, though, would you like to be wrapped back to a save point where you can save your game? Oh, clever! This game actually lets you go back and save. Yes, please. You got it. Be sure to save your progress, and if you want to check out the credits, they're available from the main menu. Oh. All right. That's it. Things are getting interesting. I said, oh, that's Don. Oh, boy, that's... So what we found out... So, what we found out in this episode... So, it's definitely certain that Don and Ollie dated in the past. So, they're exes. Supposedly, Don is currently dating V. And Trevor has an abusive father. Not only a dismissive father, but a abusive father. I'm liking this. I'm really liking this. There's a lot of character interaction. There was a lot of character interaction. A lot of different dynamics, which make things very interesting. All of them don't get along. And it's going to be really interesting to see what's going to happen now that Don's in the fold. So, good job to Harmonious and all the people that are working on this. Really good job. I'm really liking this. I would definitely be playing this on my channel a lot more. Whenever I get an update, because for the first time I actually have a visual novel that I am updated on fully. The next time this gets updated, I will make sure to post another video. I'm really enjoying this. I may even stream it, depending on how time's looking. But I'm enjoying this. I think this is really well done. Congrats to everybody. Again, congrats to everybody working on this game. I would highly recommend downloading this. I like where this is going. There's a lot of questions I have. I'm very curious with Ollie's situation, if it's simply mental illness or there's a little bit of supernatural to it. I feel like most of it, I feel like there's definitely mental illness in his mental space that are related to the hands and stuff. But I'm also wondering just a little bit if some of it may perhaps be supernatural. But anyway, with that being said, fantastic episode. I really am enjoying playing this. I am looking forward to seeing more. It's a little bit different than most VNs. It has a very ominous feel, and it really gets into detail about somebody that's dealing with all these kinds of bad things. Because most characters in mental illness, they don't really get too into depth with it. So it's interesting to see that. But I have to go. You know, it's that sad time of the day where Fallenwolf has to go. But I am looking forward to playing this. Like I said, looking forward to playing this more. I do know when Dasher got its final update public, I have to play a Dasher. I will try to stream it at some point this week. I will try my hardest. It's just a little difficult with time, but I really will try to... I really will try to play it at some point, along with a few other visual novels. EA, in the meantime, is going to be demoted from live stream series to a pre-recorded. I've been having a lot of issues with that game live streaming it. So at this point, it's pre-recorded series. It's gonna be for now. When everything pushes over and there's actual people running things, I will go back to it. But the bots just keep flagging the streams. And last time I got very lucky, and out of the 2 streams, one of them actually stayed. They shut it down, and I thought, oh man, there's another hour and a half wasted. But they brought it back, so that's something. But with that being said, thank you so much to everyone who watches me. Once again, over 200 subs. I am so happy. I love you all. I love you all so much. Thank you so much for being so supportive. Thank you for watching this channel. And please support. Please try your best to support all the VNs that I show. Even if you can't donate to the Patreon. To the patron. Oh, it is Patreon. Even if you can't donate to the Patreon, at the very least, feel free to download the free demos, retweet it on Twitter, just spread some awareness, because these indie developers deserve our love and respect. It's really hard. I can't imagine how hard it is to do indie development, but I'm sure I believe it's a very difficult job, and that's the least that all of us can do, right? But anyway, with that being said, this has been Fallenwolf of the Fallen Pack. Oh! And I'll see everyone next time. You take care of yourself. Bye.